Hi everyone, and welcome to the Freshest Sounds podcast with me, your host Ross. So today, as you can see, we've got a special guest. So I'm going to let him introduce himself. So take it away.
So, I'm Syke, 20-year-old independent artist, just trying to change up the game a little bit for the UK.
Nice one. So, Syke, what got you into the music that you do?
Funny enough, it was just for me more than anything, it's therapy. At first, it all started off as a joke. We were all sat in the garden one day watching YouTube. Instrumental comes on as an advert. We thought we'd have a laugh, try and get some freestyling out, and it went on like that for 2 weeks. And then one day, I just thought this stuff actually makes me feel happy. So I started trying and trying, putting words together, putting lines together. I ended up going under the name Smokesy at one point. Did 25 tracks there, deleted them all by the end. It was horrific, but it gave me a lot of experience going into my first professional step, which I've made this year. It was that's where it all kind of started for me.
Nice. So, what made you change your name anyway? Like, obviously, you've gone from one name to another name, haven't you?
Yeah, it was Smokesy to me. It just didn't have any meaning. I just slapped on a name and thought I'd roll with it. But I didn't want to be known for a name I've got no attachments to.
So, what's the meaning behind your current name now?
Well, with Syke, it speaks for itself. It's like a surprise. It's like a shock. It carries its own weight within my music. When you listen to the music itself, it also has that aspect of like it's always a trick. You never know what to expect with it,
Yeah.
and that heavily ties into who I am as a person too. I like to keep things on the down low until I need to show the world what I can do.
Yeah,
So
no,
I felt like something resonates with this name, whereas the first one I just didn't feel like I wanted to be known by it.
yeah, no, it's quite interesting to know this as well because, like, obviously, with music artists like yourself as well, obviously they've got names, and it's just like, where did they come up with the idea for this name? Do you know what I mean? Is there an actual deeper meaning to the name? Is there a connection like yours? Is it just something that they just picked at random? Just like obviously, I use Bugsy Malone as a major reference all the time, so you'll probably hear it on the podcast. Me mention him, but it's the first person that springs to mind when I do this sort of stuff anyway. But obviously, a lot of people know his real name's Aaron, but he calls himself Bugsy Malone. Now I'm assuming that it's from the old gangster movies Bugsy Malone because obviously he talks a lot about stuff like that in his music as well. So it's nice to hear like obviously the music artist and how they've come up with their name. With your music as well, yeah. Like what genre of music would you class it as? But you're
Well, it's
quite
definitely
diverse as well, aren't you?
this is the problem. I'm still trying to place myself in a definite field. For now, I know it's definitely rap.
Yeah,
But you listen to the music and it kind of jumps into R&B a little bit. It jumps into more like hip hop and a bit of trap. It's hard. Like I kind of hope people can put me in a genre because I struggle. You know, that's open to interpretation. Someone could call me a rap artist. Someone could call me an R&B artist. I
yeah,
haven't come to terms on it yet. I'm not sure where I want to stand exactly.
yeah. So I can see you've got your Spotify as your background screen as well. Yeah. So what's your most recent played track that you've got out at the moment? Like what's the highest played as well?
So at the moment, the highest played is still MONAMI. I mean, MONAMI took off a lot quicker than I thought it was. It was my first professional step into music after all the practice beforehand.
Yeah,
And I went from submitting it to live streamers on TikTok. You might have seen them where you can submit your music and get it listened to by like producers and everything like that.
yeah,
And they enjoyed what they were listening to. They ended up sticking it on their playlist, so on, so on. And then it kind of started going a little bit worldwide. Not in big numbers, but it was starting to get exposure around the world. So it's now sat at 2.42 last time I checked,
yeah,
and there's over 70 countries that have listened to it, which is a big plus. And it's nice to see that that sound resonates with everyone, no matter the language or what they understand. They vibe with it, and that's all I ever wanted.
yeah. So with that track Monami, what inspired you for the lyrics and everything? Like what inspiration did you get for it?
To be honest, I was full of love that day. There's no way to put it. There's no way to put it. I was feeling good, and I wanted to write about a life like a higher style of life mixed with love and loyalty. So it's all met in one. So like
Yeah,
everything we've ever dreamt of, we can do it together. You know, as long as you've got
yeah,
my side, I've got your side, and we can go and do everything we ever wanted. We can go take that holiday. We can go see the sunshine. We can do whatever we want together, as long as we stay on that vibe.
yeah.
You
No,
know,
it's quite interesting to know this sort of stuff as well because I do ask this question quite frequently with other music artists as well. You know, what inspires them to come up with that? You know, these lyrics for a set track, or you know, how do they get into the creative mode as well? Because it's quite interesting and fascinating to know how the artist's minds work as well. Because you know, as someone who doesn't produce music or like do what you do, you know, it's like, well, where do you come up with these words and the wordplay, and it's just like having such a creative mind as well. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. I mean, the funny thing with MONAMI, I wrote that in 1 hour. I was just feeling cute. Like, I originally had a different track in mind. I had two songs written before. I was supposed to go record them in the studio the next day, but I had a beat
Yeah.
laying around that I paid for the full rights for, and I thought, well, I might as well make use of it. And the track that I was meant to record was Flipping Pages. It's a bit of reflection on my life and everything like that. And out of nowhere, I just felt this little burst of joy, and I was like, all right, then I'm gonna do something a little bit different. Hop into the R&B section, and yeah, within a couple hours, I was in the studio recording it with a little practice, and it worked.
So with your music as well, is there anyone who's been a big inspiration into getting in you into the music sector as well?
100%. So we'll start with a big giant, Santan Dave. I've been following his path for a long, long time and seeing what he's done to have the university knowledge as well as the street knowledge. And no matter what he's gone through, he's always shining, you know, especially now he dropped the new album. Now I've really seen a different side of him, and that's pushing me even more. Then we've got a younger rapper who's still doing bits, Songer. You might know Songer.
No, I've never heard of him.
Oh, okay. He started off. I think it was Black Box where he really kind of went big, but you can hold me to that. I might be wrong, but that's where I found Songer. He was in his
Yeah,
youth, spitting freestyles, and the wordplay there was intense. Like for someone who, for me, who's just started making music, I just fell in love with that moment of how you can write a track and bounce off it. You don't even need the instrumental when you've got the flow, you know.
yeah.
The things them two write about, it's serious, you know, it's not bragging rap or anything like that. It's straight, true rap. And yeah, every time I need a bit of inspiration, I go back over to them all the time.
No, do you know what? It's quite nice to hear something like that as well. The fact that, you know, it's more like truth rap than all this fake gangster wannabe bad boys, and you
That's
know,
it.
I say this all the time when I talk to music artists. It's like I interviewed a music artist called Comprehend. I don't know if you've heard of him before. Is really talented, and when we was talking, I mentioned it to him. I said I don't like this stuff where people rap about, you know, like 12 gauge shotguns. I'm gonna ram you with a, you know, and the RS3s, and it's like, mate, you've probably never been in an RS3 apart from
Yeah,
a hired
yeah,
one. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
It's
too
just
right,
like,
mate. Yeah,
stop
I feel
talking
like
like that.
yeah, I feel like it's just an easy way to music. Like if you want to make it big nowadays, it's either a TikTok post or writing about gangster rap when you haven't lived the life, you know. And
Yeah,
personally, do your thing. I respect it if that's the way you want to go. But by mine, I want to be known for what I feel, for what I know, and in all my music, it's writing about how I feel, my emotions and my mistakes and everything like that. So at least
yeah.
when they do know me, they know me, not the person I tried to be. You know.
Well, that's it as well because, like, you know, you're gonna get found out eventually one of these days, and you know, let's say you know, you make it to the big league and everything, and you're on TV, you're on everything, you're on every single podcast going out there, you're on Joe Rogan's podcast, you know, you're on everything, this and that, and then, you know, God forbid you get sent down or something like that, something happens in the music industry, and people inside know who you are, and they know you as this big gangster, they're gonna step to you.
Yeah,
And
you're right.
if you can't back what you say, then you're just gonna look like a bit of an idiot, aren't you? Do you know what I
Oh yeah,
mean?
you're
It's
going to
just
watch. Yeah, 100%.
and it's just like why big yourself up to be this big great ordeal about yourself when you know it's not you. So
Exactly. Yeah.
I I really don't understand why people do this sort of stuff, and it really baffles me. And like what I've just said then, and I'll just reiterate it. It is so nice it coming from another music artist, you know, saying that they prefer to do true rap than all this like, oh yeah, bap bap bap. And
Mhm.
it
Yeah, you're
really
right.
off.
You're right.
So
Yeah, and it is harder though. I can admit it is harder to write a true song that you actually resonate with than it is to just go brap brap and then spit about some women or cars or whatever.
yeah,
That you can write all day every day, but to write a true song that not only you can feel but everyone around you can feel when they listen to it, you can be sat for hours on one little like on one verse just trying to get it perfect. Whereas with the newer rap that's coming around now, it's just bang, 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 make it sound good, get the ad libs on, get everything on, get it in the studio, done. You know,
yeah.
it's quick money, but it's not worth it.
No. So and this is another conversation I had with Comprehend as well because like, you know, when you're getting stuck with lyrics and stuff like that, you know, you can chuck it into AI now these days, and you know, AI will help you generate stuff, or even if you can't be asked writing anything, you know, you can. I've done it before, just for a laugh. I've got AI software. I've just typed into ChatGPT, make me a song about X, Y, and Z. It's give me everything like the hook, verse, chorus, all that stuff. Chuck it into the music app, and within 10 minutes, I've got a song there just like that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And I said this to Comprehend. I was like, do you not have that fear that AI will take over music artists and next minute, you know, we're just going to be listening to the AI simulated music, and it's not, you know, people like yourself and people like Comprehend who have got an absolute talent for the music industry, and it's like, do you not fear for that sort of stuff?
In a sense, yeah, but at the same time, no matter how good AI gets and no matter how good it sounds, the human ear will always like another human voice. Like you can always tell the distinct things between a robot singing and a man singing or a woman singing. I've listened to some of the AI music that's rolling out on Spotify and everywhere now. It's good in its own right and it's enjoyable to listen to, but I can always prefer when I hear that raw emotion that's not been programmed. You can't program raw emotion, it's there. So I feel like
Yeah.
yes, it's going to play a major part in a couple of years. I don't know when, but in general, I don't think we will ever die out in music. There will always be a small community at least that people come
Mm.
to when they want something raw. That no robot can deliver that.
No, you are right in saying what you're saying. Do you know what I mean? It's just like, you know, obviously listening to that raw, passionate connection as well, you know. And it's funny that you should say that as well because referring back to Comprehend's interview as well, he said to me that one of his tracks saved someone's life. He had a message on Facebook, I think it where he said to me, where a guy got in contact with him and said something along the lines of like, keep what you're doing up, keep up what you're doing. You saved my life. And he was like, I didn't think my music would be so powerful to, you know, do something like that. And it's it's quite nice to hear something like that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
And I think all music artists would like that sort of like hope or belief that, you know, whatever they've produced, you know, some sort of the lyrics or whatever it is the song's about, it can either save a relationship, save a marriage, save someone's life. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, too right.
So with saying that, you know, is there anything that you're currently working on at the moment?
What, and music wise, what, anything upcoming?
Music, or have you got anything upcoming? Have you got any gigs, any features?
So I'm still looking for features and gigs and open mic events. Unfortunately, I'm not taking that step just yet, but I've got a new song in the works which I'm looking at dropping next month. It's going to
Yeah.
be on a similar vibe to MONAMI, similar vibe. I saw that people were interested. I'm going to go back in that end once more, and depending on the outcome of that, I'm going to try my best to promote it, do my thing as I normally do, and if the performance as well, which it should be, if I do it right, if I go in the studio and put it down, then next year I'm looking at dropping my first EP, which will be my first big push. You know, and
Yeah,
with that EP, that's when I start looking at networking and collaborations and getting a small venue at least if I get enough reputation, a good enough audience, get a small venue going and start getting my voice out organically, not just in front of a camera or a microphone or always digital. I want to also just connect with the people that know me as well.
yeah,
You know, for now it's steady process. A lot of it's on the down low, and yeah, it's all in the planning stage for now. You know,
mm,
'cause next year's a good time to really push. You know, really get it in there because I'm starting to see the hype going up, and I need to seize on that now before it starts falling back down again.
yeah. Where's it you said that you're based again?
Say again. Well, originally I'm based in the UK. I left the UK in December to go live in Germany for a little bit. So
Yeah,
I'm currently overseas. I found a really good producer here, Christian Lance.
yeah,
He does bits. You know, he come in. Yeah, he's still money man, but he's not there for your money. We can sit there for hours, get charged for a couple after having a chat and everything, and he's always about the sound. And we can sit and do it 100 times until we're definitely sure that it's the right sound for the music and everything. And proper patient guy. So I moved here for the opportunities more than anything.
yeah. No, well, that's a really good thing to have that as well on your side because some producers will just be like, "Oh, screw this! I'm just gonna be here for his money and everything. Take your money." You do one take in the studio, and he's like, "Oh well, if you want any more, it's extra. It's gonna cost extra." Whereas
Yeah,
to
that's
me,
it.
this person that you just mentioned, then obviously he seems more genuine and everything, and it's just like, well, no, I'm not happy with that. And if you're not happy with it, you can both agree or disagree with whatever, and be like, right, let's run it again, and again.
Yeah.
Do you know what
Yeah,
I
well,
mean?
yeah. Well, this is what music should be. You know, yes, we've all got money to make. Yes, we've all got a career to start. But at the end of the day, music's a community. Like we've
Yeah,
all like even with producers, artists, no matter what it is, we've all got to stick together. The money will come anyway, but in the meantime, we just got to work around it. And if you love what you do, it shouldn't even concern money. You know,
yeah.
it will come.
No, yeah. Again, it's the stuff that you're saying. I've already had conversations previously with other people. Not just for obviously this podcast that we're doing now, but from a new podcast that I've just started doing, and you know. Money will come in time. If you're all about the money, like what you just said then, it's not going to happen. But if you're more if you're more doing it for the passion and everything, and for a community sort of stuff, then in time the money will come with
That's it.
everything else. Do you know what I mean? Like, you've got what 180 monthly listeners, obviously I can see on your screen there.
Yeah,
In time that will grow, and then you'll get more and more and more recognized, and eventually, you'll get the fame building up, and you'll start getting the gigs and the open mic nights. You might even someone might even get in contact with you and go, "Listen, I've heard your track on Spotify and everything. I really like it. I want you to come do a gig. We'll pay you 50 quid for a set." Do you know what I mean? Yeah,
that's where it all starts, really.
exactly. It starts off with the little baby steps at first, and then into the big leagues as well. But it's a shame that you're not over in the UK, because I could have got you in contact with some people who I know in the UK.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
it's traveling for you. Do you know what I mean? Because obviously I'm based in Manchester in the UK, and it's it's like I know people in Wales. I've got a good connection called Ben Wales, who's based in Wales. He sets up like gigs and open mic nights for people like yourselves. And again, it's like as I said, then it's a bit of a shame, really, that you're in Germany. Obviously, it's a good thing for you,
yeah.
but on the flip side, it'd be better if you was over here as well, because you could do open mic nights, you can do these gigs. I know so many people from doing the podcast. It's like, okay, no worries, here's this artist, go connect with him. You know what I mean? Or you can even connect on Facebook and stuff like that. Maybe I don't know, try do like sort of like a webinar, like live gig or something through social media. That'd be something interesting to do.
That'll be something new. I haven't seen one like that before. But
like an
in
online
general,
cipher.
but in general, that wouldn't be a problem either. I do get about a lot, so
Yeah,
I am working as a chef when I'm not doing music, and I'm cooking away all the time. But throughout the year, I'm always traveling back and from to England anyway. So should I come down there, I can always get in contact with you again and see what we can throw in the works. Like it's not a stress. You miss
yeah,
100% of the chances you don't take. So if I can make it there, I can make it there. I'll drop what I need to drop for it. Music is where I want to be.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So
it's quite interesting to know that as well. Do you know what I mean? Because you get quite a few artists who are upcoming as well, like yourself, and they'll be like, oh well, I'm just happy in my little lane and everything, and not really want to pursue anything as you know not as passionate as yourself, which is good to hear as well. So obviously, before we do wrap up the episode and everything, I always ask this to the artists: if you could give anyone advice who's listening who wants to be an upcoming music artist who is starting in the music industry, what advice would you give them?
okay, well, don't overcomplicate it, is what I can say. Take it one step at a time, and you're gonna feel like you're gonna quit one day. It's gonna come. I've had my moments. I've had my fun where I wanted to sell absolutely everything, forget about it, and go back to my regular life. But don't do it. Let it saturate. Let it sit in you. Feel that pain of wanting to carry on, but you don't. And keep fighting. If you really have the love for what you do, it will come. You just got to master the craft, and by doing that, you got to fail. You have to fail to understand what it's like to feel to win. You know, so any instance, anywhere you get stuck, don't think that's the end of it and you're not worth it. Even if you make one bad song or a bad album or whatever you do in the world, just make sure you come back and you show up. No matter how hard you get hit in the face, you got to show up. And that's just the most you can do, really. We're all trying to get somewhere. We're all
Yeah,
trying to do
no,
something.
it's really insightful, what you just said then as well. Another thing as well, just before we go, is there any socials or anything or any shout outs you'd like to do?
Again, I don't come with any shout outs today, unfortunately. I want to give you a shout out though for what you're doing. What you're doing is you're opening a portal to new artists like myself and everything like that, and putting a voice out there that people need. You know,
Yeah,
you're not looking for the biggest of big. You're not looking for the big like the best of the best. You're looking for people with genuine talent.
yeah.
So for that alone, big shout out to you, and I hope you get the recognition you deserve. Likewise,
No, thank you. It means a lot
Yeah.
that though. What about your socials, your Spotify, any news, any of the songs that you wanna push out a little bit?
Try out Keep It Calm. Even though people are rocking with MONAMI, I'm always going to say Keep It Calm will be my favourite for the time being. The irony of the title as well, it's called Keep It Calm, but when you're listening to it, you're doing everything but keeping calm. And if you're having a bad day or whatever, or even if you just want to feel hyped, that's the song for you. Or if you're feeling romantic, like I said, or feeling cute, try out MONAMI. Or just have a listen to all of them. I've left 3 of my old tracks though. I deleted all the old ones, but I've left 3 of them. So even when I am further down the road with my music, you can come and listen to those old tracks just to really see what I mean by no matter how hard it is and how bad you get and everything like that, you can always get better. So check out everything, see the progress from every song going up, how it changes. And for me, it's just a constantly improving mindset. So yeah, try them all out. Give it a go.
Right, well, we'll make sure we do that, and what I'll do as well is I will add Monami into the episode as well, so people can listen to it for you as well. Yeah.
Smashing, buddy. Thank you. It's been a really good
No
time.
worries.
Thank you for your time and
Oh, thank
take it
you.
easy.
Yeah, you too.
I
Cheers.
hope to see you on the come up.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye, mate.
Bye.
And it's Syke. Listen. I hope that you've got time, cause if you got time, what you doing with the wrong guy? We can take a trip around the world, enjoy the sunshine. Good vibes between love and a life we've been chasing. Champagne toast, no time to be wasting. If you wanna party late night, we be raving. Speakers on blast, whole block misbehaving. Then back to the room, no need for explaining. Next morning, same rhythm as the other night. Have a glass of Henny, maybe down in Malawi. Just me and my chargy. She said you talk big as a baby partly, but I back mine, I don't move half-heartedly. Your time and my music is a part of me, and the playlist low got the window breeze with you next to me, be my ecstasy. MONAMI, it's not just the things that you wanna see, not even the fact that you're wanting me. It's the calm in your chaos that's taunting me. Yeah, MONAMI, it's not just the things that you wanna see, not even the fact that you're wanting me. It's the calm in your chaos that's taunting me. Yeah, you can laugh at, you know the game. Pass up on me and find another way. What should I go do today? Might hop on a cruise today. 2 ticks for the shoes again. New drip making moves again. No distractions, I got moves to make. I'm moving endlessly and the playlist slow. Got the window breeze with you next to me. Be my ecstasy. MONAMI, it's not just the things that you wanna see, not even the fact that you're wanting me. It's the calm in your chaos that's taunting me. Yeah, MONAMI, it's not just the things that you wanna see, not even the fact that you're wanting me. It's the calm in your chaos that's taunting me. Yo, say I'm too much, that's the point in it. And you need a man, not a boy in it. No time for an enemy, only ride if your vibe fits the beat like a melody. No jealousy, I ride till I die and that's legacy. Got love for the few standing next to me, and you do your best, there's no testing me. I'll give you trust, just don't break it. Bass from the speakers go crazy and shake it. Big mood, no chat, just motion. Waves in my lane and I glide like an ocean. Keep peace, no time for commotion. Mastered my craft without drinking a potion. Paid the right price for patience and ghosted. Now we all party, just raising and toasting. MONAMI, it's not just the dreams that you've shown to me, not even the nights that you've loaned to me. It's the peace in your fire that's holding me. Yeah, MONAMI, it's not just the rush or the chemistry, not even the heat when you're next to me. It's the still in your storm that feels home to me, and it's home to me.